the third highest average hitter matchup K percentage. Gets to face 9 hitters above the league K rate, coming off 8 strikeouts against the Phillies on Monday, going up against a now weaker lineup in the Angels. He has a K per 9 of 12, which is fantastic. The Angels are terrible at the plate. They're 25th in K percentage, and over their last 3 games, over 33% K percentage. Logan Webb just struck out 12 yesterday. I think Landon could do the same thing tonight. Not saying ladder it to 12. I'm saying just stick to the prop, and we'll be just fine.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are you ready?
That ball is launched into the air way back. See ya! That is a home run. The count is 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's the ball hit in the left center field. That is a base hit.
You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports. Now let's go to the field for today's game.
And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Hastings High baseball coverage here today on Extreme Sports. We're at Duncan Field as the Tigers get set to take on the Bears of Blair High School here this afternoon. I'm Mike Will, got the play-by-play for you. Hastings High coming in a record of 8 wins and 6 losses on the year. Tigers in the midst of playing 6 games in 7 days. They just got done competing in the Eastern Midlands Conference Tournament this week. Thursday they played in the semifinals against Bennington and battled the weather and the storms that they had in the eastern part of the state. It was a 3-hour delay because of the weather. Finally, at the end of the thing, Hastings High lost the ball game by a score of 12-3, giving up 7 runs in the 4th inning. Ben Webbles, the losing pitcher for Hastings High in that ball game, he went 3 1/3 innings and gave up 4 runs and 4 base hits. The Tigers come home late night. They get home at 1 o'clock. They board the bus again the next day and head to Norris to play the consolation game. And the Tigers lost to Norris by the score of 4-2. They only gave up 2 hits in the ball game. One was a home run. Peyton Drake threw a pretty strong contest for Hastings. He went 5 innings, gave up 2 hits and 4 runs, had 5 walks and 3 strikeouts, but the Tigers losing to Norris by the score of 4-2. They move on to play Blair here this afternoon. The Bears come in a record of 4 wins and 12 losses on the season. A member of the Eastern Midlands Conference as well, so they were busy during the past week as well. They picked up a win over Elkhorn on Monday in the first round of that tournament, 3-1. But then they dropped decisions to Norris and to Gretna East to be ousted from the tournament. They lost to Norris 6-2, lost to Gretna East by the score of 7-4. So Blair again 4-12 on the season. They've got a victory over Waverly this year, 3-2. They've beaten York at 7-5. They've got an 11-1 win over Omaha North. They've also beaten Elkhorn, as we mentioned, on Monday in the first round of the Eastern Midlands Conference Tournament. So it's Hastings and Blair here this afternoon, kind of the battle of the kingdom. We've got the Tigers and the Bears going here today. Blair, a 197 batting average as a team. Their team pitching ERA is sitting at 5.50. Had a chance to talk with Hastings head coach Blake Marquardt. Spent a couple of minutes with Hastings head coach Blake Marquardt as the Tigers get ready to take on the Bears here this afternoon. Blair in town to take on Hastings. Coach, a brutal stretch for you. Then with the conference tournament, had to battle the weather the past couple of days, but I think this is it's going to be 6 games in about 7 days or so.
It's been a tough stretch, but our guys have responded really well to it. You know, when it started last Saturday, when we had 2 EMC games, triangular. And so we battled Waverly, Lincoln Northwest, and then we were able to put ourselves in a position to have a first round bye of the tournament, which is really nice to have Monday off. Then we had to play Tuesday, which was home, which again was a blessing. And then the rest of the tournament, you got to win to be home. or be the higher seed. And we had the ability to be home on Friday. We didn't take care of business versus Bennington. That was Thursday, and then, which was a long one. We had some weather delays there, and then we had to go to Norris yesterday, and then today's Blair. So yeah, a tough week of EMC teams, but that's why these kids play. They want to play the game, so I think they're up for it, and I love it.
Bennington on Thursday, it was close early. They scored 7 runs in an inning, kind of break things open. He had to battle the weather, had to switch fields, and finally got out of there, but suffering a loss.
Yeah, Wibbles pitched for us. He started on the mound against Bennington and did a great job. He lasted 3 and some. Then we knew we was within minutes of the lightning or the tornadoes were kind of touching down around the area. So we kind of went to Snyder, and then we were put a 3-hour delay. We actually had to evacuate and go up to the school to be safe. Their field was unplayable, so we actually had to drive then over to Elk North and finish the game. And yeah, we didn't close the game off the way we wanted to. But yeah, we got home at 1 o'clock, got up the next morning, and headed to Norris.
And then lost a game, the third place game to Norris yesterday. Talk about that one.
What a battle. I mean, I was proud of the guys for responding, kind of talked about how tired we were, but at the end of the day, no one cares, how tired you are. You gotta just kind of go out and compete and give what you have left in the tank. And Peyton Drake started for us, a sophomore, who went out through 6 complete innings, giving up 2 hits, and threw an absolute gem for us on the mound. And Snyder closed and threw a nice job. We had a few mistakes in the game, and that was the deciding factor. It was a 4-2 loss, but again, really proud of the way the guys played and responded during that game. And so yeah, now we get to reset and play at home, and I think the guys are ready for another challenge.
The question is, do we have anything left in the tank after this week?
Of course we do. Carlos Jimenez is going to be back in the bump for us. He threw Lincoln Northwest Saturday, so he's back in the rotation, so I feel very confident. And we still actually have Haas and Cynic back today, so we still have 3 really outstanding pitchers to throw today if we get to that part of the game.
We got the game today, got a game on Monday, got a game on Tuesday. So you want those starters to get as deep as you can right now, especially after the week we just got done through with.
Yeah, a long week, but if Jim can give us 4 or 5, I feel really confident, that, like I said, Cynic or Haas, depending on the situation, can give us the rest of the game. And then GI, obviously, we could be back to our rotation with Sidlow, or we could finish with a Haas or Cynic if they don't pitch today, and then Standing Bear on Tuesday. But the nice thing after that, we get Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, so then we'll be back on Saturday at Granite East. But yeah, we got to get through this one first, and then 2 games early next week, and then we got a nice little 3 days off before our next game.
Sitting at 8-6, but you've been playing some stiff competition. You still got to feel good about this baseball team, don't you?
I feel really good about where we're at right now. I mean, the win-loss record doesn't always reflect where teams are at. And I think Waverly exactly proved that. In the EMC conference tournament, coming as a 5 seed, and they go out and beat Bennington, they beat Norris, and they beat, I can't remember who they played round 1, but again, they're playing hot, and I think that just, their win-loss record doesn't speak to what quality of the team they are right now, and I think that's where we're at as well, is a team that can compete really well pitching-wise and defensive-wise, and as long as our bats can come alive at the right time, I think we're a team that can really make a run at the end of the season, if not a district.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Taking care of your teeth and gums is important to keeping a healthy smile, and that's where we come in. Dr. Corey Baumgartner of Baumgartner Family Dentistry will provide exceptional oral care services to both children and adults. They offer routine cleanings and screenings, emergency and scheduled surgical and cosmetic procedures, and a teeth whitening program to all of their patients. Whatever your dental care needs, Baumgartner Family Dentistry is there to help. New patients are welcome. Just call 402-462-6484 or stop in and see them at 2217 West 12th Street in Hastings.
If you're looking for an auto repair business that you can trust, count on the experts at Connet Auto Care in Hastings. Their mechanics are ASC certified, which means they are up to date on the best repair practices for your vehicle. Connet Auto Care keeps your vehicle running like it should. They offer air conditioning repair, brake repair, cooling system services, engine diagnostics and repairs, suspension work, electrical work, and much more. Plus, they sell wheels and tires too. Connet Auto Care, 212 North Lexington in Hastings.
If you experience air conditioning problems this summer, call the experts at Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Ruts is a local, family-owned business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Rudd's Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Rudd's Heating and Air Conditioning. They have a broad range of systems to choose from. Rudd's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
All right, Mike Will back here. Duncan Field and Hastings getting set for Hastings High baseball here this afternoon. The Tigers 8-6 on the season, taking on Blair. They come in a mark of 4 wins and 12 losses on the year. Beautiful day here at Duncan today. Nice switch from what we've had here the past day or two. Mostly sunny skies here at game time. Temps are going to be sitting right at 55 degrees as we get started here today. The winds blowing out of the east at about 4 miles per hour, if that. The old Gloria's limp out there in the center field as we get ready to go here this afternoon. Get you the starting lines for Hastings High. Chance Burton is going to lead off today for the Tigers. Burton will play into first base. Isaiah Shaw, a right fielder, he'll bat second. Brody Dreher, the center fielder, in the number 3 hole. Carlos Jimenez, the pitcher, will bat fourth. Adam Rutt will be the designated hitter today. He'll bat fifth. Elliot Sidlow, the left fielder, batting sixth. Clayton Arnold will be your shortstop. He'll bat seventh. Ashton Haas will be your third baseman. He'll bat eighth. Royer Delora is the second baseman. He'll bat ninth. And Zane Thompson is going to be the catcher today for Hastings High. For the Bears of Blair, 4 wins, 12 losses on the season. They'll start off with Brevin Leggett. He'll be the shortstop. Batting second will be Nathan Murray. He'll be the second baseman. Batting third will be Andrew Smutney, the catcher. Batting fourth will be the right fielder, Colton Nixon. Batting fifth will be the center fielder, Nelson Cush. Batting sixth will be the left fielder, Hudson Ham. Batting seventh will be the third baseman, Lucas Batika. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Owen Mann. Batting ninth will be your pitcher, Colton Flynn. Then the first baseman today will be Thomas Chikas. It's Blair and Hastings going here this afternoon in high school baseball. Got some other action going on today. Hastings College baseball team, they lost yesterday to Mount Marty, 17-14 and 12-8 in a couple of games there. Hastings now 8-30 on the season, 5-19 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. They've got 4 games at Doane coming up next weekend. Hastings College softball has the weekend off. The Broncos will play at Midland on Wednesday, 4 and 6 o'clock. Then they'll play host at Doane next Saturday at 1 and 3 as they finish out their regular season. The Broncos still hoping to gain a spot in the postseason tournament at the end of the season. Hastings College softball team sitting at 19-19 in the season, 7-11 in the conference. Nebraska baseball, they lost to Northwestern yesterday by the score of 9-7. So the Huskers are now sitting at 17-21 in the season. They're 5-11 in the Big Ten. They're going to play a doubleheader today, not playing tomorrow because of expected bad weather with rain. So they'll play 2 games today. And action is just getting underway at Oxfield and Lincoln. Nebraska's softball, they also lost yesterday. They lost to Indiana by the score of 6-2. Huskers softball team now 32-11 on the season. They're 11-4 in the conference. They are playing today as well as they're hosting Indiana at Bowling Field. So we've got high school baseball here today, Hastings High and Blair. Also going to have high school baseball coming up for you Monday and Tuesday here on Extreme Sports. Hastings High will play Grand Island on Monday. 4:30 starting time, 4:15 pregame show here on Extreme Sports. And then on Tuesday, Adams Central is going to get a home game against the Centennial. That game was originally scheduled to be a road game. However, the field for Centennial is undergoing some renovations or some work on the outfield fence, so it won't be ready for Tuesday. So Adams Central is going to get a home game on the Tuesday against Centennial. We'll have that one for you as well. So high school baseball both on Monday and Tuesday here on Extreme Sports.
Number 21, Elliott.
All right, the starting lineups are being introduced here in front of the crowd here at Duncan Field. Ironically, both teams are going to be in the same color uniforms today. So if you're watching our stream on our social media sites and you see like an inter-squad scrimmage today, it's a high school baseball game. Blair and Hastings, both teams have black jerseys and white pants on here this afternoon. Obviously, no communication between the coaches, huh? What are you going to wear today, gang? We've got black tops on with white bottoms with both Blair and Hastings going here this afternoon. Now, we're going to have the playing of the national anthem here at Duncan Field, and we'll have baseball action for you. Hastings and Blair today here on Extreme Sports. All right, the playing of the national anthem. We get set to go for baseball action here today on Extreme Sports. Yeah, the black unis here today, black tops for both teams today. If this was football, if this was basketball, that might be a big problem. Baseball, we'll work with it here today as the Tigers get set to take on the Bears here this afternoon. Carlos Jimenez is going to be the starting pitcher for Hastings High. Jimenez has pitched well for the Tigers this year. He is 2-1 on the season, 2.92 is his earned run average. He has thrown 12 innings for Hastings High, giving up 12 base hits and 6 runs, 5 of those earned, 10 base on balls, and 11 strikeouts for Carlos Jimenez. He'll be a right-handed thrower here for Hastings High. Blair, again, a team batting average of 197, so not a real potent offensive team, but we'll see what they can get done here this afternoon against Hastings High in this single 7-inning ball game here today. Tigers in the midst of playing a bunch of games in a short amount of time. 6 games in the last 7 days, or in 7 days, as Hastings will also play on Monday and Tuesday of this week. Tigers are currently sitting at 8-6 on the season. Blair again at 4 wins and 12 losses. It's going to be Brevin Leggett. He is going to lead things off here for Blair. He'll be the shortstop today defensively for the Bears. Leggett, a freshman here for Blair. Batting average on the season is sitting at 273. He's got 12 base hits and 44 trips to the plate. 4 RBIs. He's got a double for his extra base hits this year. He's also scored 8 runs. So Leggett is up there. It's going to be Carlos Jimenez On the mound here for the Tigers, again a right-handed thrower. Zane Thompson will be behind the plate for Hastings High here in this ball game. So Zane going to have a chance to do the catching chores here today. And Carlos Jimenez is waiting here for the first pitch. Again, they played the junior varsity game first today, which is out of the ordinary. Varsity game second. Hastings High JVs picked up a win in the first game. And there's your first pitch. It comes at 1:28 here this afternoon. It's going to be inside for a ball. 1:28. Game time temperature at 55 degrees here at Duncan Field. Next pitch is going to be in there for a strike, and they count 1 ball and 1 strike now to the leadoff hitter for Blair and Leggett. Leggett's got 14 base on balls this year. He's got 8 strikeouts. There's a ground ball to Arnold. That shortstop, his throw over to first base is not going to be in time. In fact, it was high, wild over there. Chance Burton elevates to grab it and then tried to make the tag at first base. So not a good start there, as Leggett is going to get a board on the error on the throw by your shortstop in Clayton Arnold. So Leggett gets a board. That's going to bring up Nathan Murray next, the second baseman here for the Bears. He bats from the right-hand side, and now Jimenez will have to work from the stretch with that base runner on at first. Pitch to the plate is hit towards second base. They touch the bag for 1. Over to first base. That is a double play. Nice job there by your second baseman, Royer DeLaura. He goes over toward the bag at second to retrieve the ball. Touches the bag there with his foot. Throws it over to Chance Burton across his body back the other way and turns the double play. So a 4-3 double play here for the Tiger defense. Now coming up there is going to be your catcher for Blair. It's going to be Andrew Smutney as he comes to the plate here. He's another right-handed hitter. 241 is his batting average. He's got 7 base hits and 29 trips to the plate. Jimenez throws one to the plate. That's going to be in there for a strike. 1-1. Smutney has got 7 base hits. He's got a double for his extra base hits this year. Driven home a couple of runs. Next pitch to him is going to be down low for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Smutney hasn't scored a run this year for the Bears. He's got 4 walks and he's got 6 strikeouts. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. A swing and a miss there, and the count is even up now with 2 balls and 2 strikes. We roll the deuces here in the first inning. First time here this afternoon. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 mid-outs. Jimenez fires one to the plate. There's the ball hit out in front of the plate. Foul ball. Jimenez chases it down out here in the grassy portion, or what would be the grassy portion with the artificial surface out here. But it's a foul ball. 367 down the right field line here at Duncan. Gonna get used to this here. 370 down the left field line. 405 to the power alleys today. 408 to straightaway center field. Not much of a breeze to talk about today, so long, deep balls are probably out of the repertoire here today. There's a called third strike on the inside corner and a strikeout there for Carlos Jimenez. So there was an error on the Tigers here in the first inning, but Hastings also turns the double plays. Only 3 guys come to the plate here in the first inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and nobody left on base as the Tigers turn the DP back there. We go to the bottom of the first inning. It's Blair nothing. Hastings coming to bat. You are listening to High School Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Administrative Professionals Day is Wednesday, April 23rd. Here at Bob Sass Flowers, we are offering a variety of gifts to show your appreciation to all the amazing secretaries. We have fresh flower arrangements, plants, brewmate tumbler arrangements, and custom gift baskets. Call today to order yours for delivery on April 23rd. Located at 2618 West 2nd Street, proudly serving Hastings since 1955 for all your floral, gift, and home decor needs.
If you're planning to build a new home or add an addition to your existing one, trust the experts at Gangwish Construction. From general contracting, basement pouring, to bathroom remodeling, concrete work, and deck building,
They handle it all with precision and care. They take pride in doing the job right the first time, every time. Contact Jeff today at 402-460-0013 and experience quality craftsmanship with Gangwish Construction.
You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Mike Will back here, Duncan Field and Hastings, high school baseball on Extreme Sports. We move to the bottom of the first inning. It's Hastings nothing and Blair nothing. Colton Flynn is going to be your pitcher for Blair here this afternoon. Flynn is going to be a right-handed thrower as he comes out there for the Bears here this afternoon. Hastings High batting here in the bottom half of the first inning. Tigers now with a team batting average of 258 on the season. Flynn is 1-2 on the season. 5.68 is his earned run average. Flynn has thrown 12 1/3 innings this year for the Bears. He's given up 9 hits and 12 runs. 10 of those runs earned, 15 base on balls, and 11 strikeouts. He's given up a couple of home runs. Probably not today. Anyway, here's Burton. He's going to hit one right over the bat to right field. That's going to be a base hit. So, Chance Burton doesn't waste any time checking out the new pitcher. Burton, he takes his first pitch that he sees, and he parks it out in the right field for a base hit. So, Burton gets aboard. Here comes Isaiah Shaw next. The Tigers base running here this year. They got 41 stolen bases on the year. Burton has got 6 of them down there at first base. He takes a lead down there. Flynn will work from the stretch. Throw there is not in time. Isaiah Shaw at the plate here for the Tigers. 381 is his batting average. He's got 8 base hits, 21 trips to the plate. He's got 1 double for his extra base hits. The ball comes to the plate here from Flynn, and it gets away from the catcher, Smutney, back to the backstop. Taking up for second base on the play is going to be Burton. So a wild pitch there for Colton Flynn as Burton moves down to second base. Tigers have a man on in scoring position here in the bottom half of the first inning. Here comes the next pitch. It's going to be up high for a ball up over the head of Isaiah Shaw. Shaw was showing bunt there. Ducks out of that, away from that fastball there from Colton Flynn. 2 balls and no strikes now to Isaiah Shaw. Flynn, a right-handed thrower. Burton is already down there at second base in scoring position for the Tigers. There's an attempted bunt laid down. It's going to be fouled away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Isaiah Shaw, a left-handed hitter here. Shaw has got 3 base on balls, 5 strikeouts so far this year. They put some new rubber down in the turf here in the past week or so. So the infield is black in a lot of locations as the rubber hasn't worked itself down into the turf here in the past week or so. There's another strike. There's going to be a ender on Shaw to count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Natural grass is looking good in the outfield, though. Green grass out there. Artificial surface here in the infield. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and it's going to be swung on and missed. Fastball inside on Isaiah Shaw. Got a handcuff there, and he strikes out. Strikeout number 1 in the ball game for Colton Flynn. Brody Dreher coming to the plate next for Hastings High. 275 is his batting average. He's got 11 base hits and 40 trips to the plate. First pitch to him is going to be hit out toward right field, and it's going to fall for a base hit. Burton is around the bag at third. He is going to stay put there as the ball is picked up by Colton Nixon and returned to the infield. So Dreher gets a base hit to right field. Now Hastings got runners on at first and third, and only 1 man out. Carlos Jimenez is going to come to the plate next for the Tigers. Jimenez with a 302 batting average on the season. He's got 13 base hits and 43 trips to the plate, 8 runs scored. Jimenez has driven home 7 runs. He's got a double for his extra base hits. Runners taking their leads at first and third base. There goes the runner at first. The throw down there is going to be high. Here comes a Burton in from third base. He's going to score. So Brody Dreher is going to get a stolen base. The throw down there from the catcher, Andrew Smutney, was a little bit high. A stolen base there by Dreher. And Burton takes off from a third base. He comes home on the play to score. And the Tigers grab an early 1-0 lead here in this ball game over Blair. There's a ball that's going to get away from the catcher, and running down to third base on the play is going to be Dreher. So the Tigers with a run in already here in the first inning. Jimenez has a count of 2 balls and no strikes at the plate. Brody Dreher gets a single, a stolen base. He advances to third on another pass ball. And the Tigers have their second run of the ball game down there at the third base right now. Here comes the next pitch to Carlos Jimenez. It's going to be outside for a ball. 3 balls and no strikes. Carlos has walked 6 times so far this year. He has struck out 6 times. Next pitch is going to be down low for a ball. Jimenez is going to take a free pass.
Number 12,
Here comes the designated hitter for Hastings, Adam Rutt.
Number 6, Dom Monte.
Dom Monte is going to be the courtesy runner for your pitcher, Jimenez, down there at first base. So Monte is on at first. You've got Brody Dreher over here at third base. Adam Rutt is at the plate now for Hastings High. Rutt has got 10 base hits and 32 trips to the plate. He's got 3 doubles. He scores around the bunt. Lays it out in front of the plate and bobbled there by the catcher. And now they're going to throw the ball to the plate, and it goes into the Hastings High dugout. Rutt is going to move around to a second base on the play. Another run comes in to score. And now what do we got? The base umpire and the home plate umpire are going to have a little conference here. Dreher, he comes in to score for Hastings High to make it a 2-0 ball game. Runner is going to be at second and third base, and now the home plate umpire is going to talk with Blake down there. Now we got mass confusion. We've got runners on at second and third as we get our first choo-choo by the tracks here today. So it was a bunt laid down, and it was fielded, and they threw the ball to the plate as Brody Dreher was coming in to score. It went wild into the Hastings High dugout, and runner Adam Rutt advances from first to second. They're going to leave it as is. So it's going to be an error chalked up on the play on Blair. A run comes in to score to make it a 2-0 ball game in favor of Hastings High. And the Tigers have runners on at second and third base. Rutt is on at second. Dom Monte actually running for Carlos Jimenez down there at the third base. This is Elliot Sidlow at the plate now for Hastings. Pitch to him is going to be swung on and missed. So an error on Blair. Hastings has got a couple of base hits here in this first inning of play. Now here's when it's going to be popped up out to a shallow left field. Hudson comes on. He makes the catch, and the runners are going to stay put. Whether that's a Hudson Ham out there in left field as he makes the catch. So Sidlow flies out to left field. Here comes Clayton Arnold at the plate next for the Tigers. Arnold has a batting average of .250 on the season. He's got 5 base hits and 20 trips to the plate, 4 RBIs. No extra base hits for Clayton Arnold as he gets a chance to play today for the Tigers. Arnold is the shortstop defensively. He's got 2 walks. He's got 5 walks this year and a couple of strikeouts. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Clayton Arnold. Hastings is out on top in this ball game on a score of 2-0. There's a pop fly is going to stay here in the infield. Who's got it? It's going to be your third baseman, Matika. And he makes the catch there. So Clayton Arnold is going to fly out to your third baseman, and the inning is over. Hastings scores 2 runs, 3 base hits, an error on Blair, and a couple of runners left on base. We go to the top of the second inning, 7-inning ball game for us here today at Duncan Field. The score after 1, it is Hastings 2, Blair nothing. You're listening to high school baseball on Extreme Sports.
Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab, 207 South Burlington, is the place for all your rehabilitation needs. PTSR offers a wide variety of services, including orthopedic, neurological, and sports injury rehabilitation. A certified hand specialist is available for the more delicate upper extremity injuries. Warm, aquatic therapy, and balance training is also available. PTSR has a strong industrial services division providing physical and functional capacity testing, as well as drug and alcohol screening. Please visit our website, ptsrhastings.com.
The weather is warming up, and that means only one thing. It's baseball season. Whether it's Hastings High, Adams Central, or Hastings College baseball this spring, you'll be able to catch the action on Extreme Sports. And this summer, Extreme Sports will be the exclusive voice for Hastings American Legion baseball. Whether it's Hastings 5 Points Bank, Hastings Johnson Imperial Homes, or Hastings Runza, all the big games will be right here. Listen online at x-streamsports.com, on your smartphone with our free mobile app, or on your Alexa-enabled smart speaker. Just say, Alexa, play Extreme Sports. Central Nebraska's new home for sports is Extreme Sports.
Mike Will back here. Duncan Field in Hastings. 2-0 is the score. The Tigers out on top of the Bears here today. Coming up to the plate is going to be Colton Nixon. Going to have 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order here for the Bears. Carlos Jimenez back out here for the Broncos. There's a ball hit down the line. It's a third base grab there. A throw across the diamond is going to be a little bit wide of the target there. Long throw from Ashton Haas. That's a third base to get over to first baseman Chance Burton. It was thrown to the outfield side of the bag at first. Burton tries to make the stretch over there, but couldn't come up with the ball. And Nixon is going to get aboard here on the throwing error again. That's the second error of the ball game already for the Tigers here in this ball game. So Nixon is going to get aboard on the throwing error. Nelson Cush is going to come to the plate next. He is the center fielder. Cush has a batting average of .256. Shows bunt, goes after it, and will take a strike here, 0-1. Cush, .256 batting average. He's got 10 base hits and 39 trips to the plate. 7 runs scored, 6 RBIs. He's got a couple of doubles to his credit. Base runner is down there at first base now for the Bears. And the pitch here by Jimenez is going to be outside for a ball. 1-1 is the count. 30 stolen bases for Blair so far this year. 30 swipes in, 16 games so far this season. Nixon has got 1 stolen base. He's your base runner down there at first. As they swing and a miss, the runner is going to go. The throw down there is not going to be in time. So Nixon gets a swipe here. It's a swing and a miss at the plate, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes on Nelson Cush. Cush has got 7 base on balls. He's got 9 strikeouts so far this year. 2-0 is the score, just underway here at Duncan. Hastings with a lead over the Bears of Blair. Jimenez looks to the runner at second base. Comes set, fires into the plate. That's going to be inside for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Nobody out for Blair here in this second inning. Nixon is aboard down there at second base. He takes a lead down there. Clayton Arnold will try to keep him close down there. The shortstop sneaking in from behind. There's the next pitch. Is going to be up high for a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Hastings with an error in the first inning. Then they turn to double play. Carlos Jimenez got a strikeout to get out of the inning. Tigers leading off the second inning with this throwing error. So the base runner is at second base. Here comes a 3-2 pitch. It's going to be down low and a walk given up here. So Cush heads down the bag at first.
27.
First walk of the ball game given up by Carlos Jimenez. Coming up to the plate next is going to be Hudson Ham. Ham has a batting average of 182 on the season. Ham has got 2 base hits and 11 trips to the plate down here. So Ham will come to the plate, the number 6 man in the batting order. He shows butt, lays one down, third base line. Fields by Jimenez. His throw to first base is going to be just in the nick of time. But the sacrifice works. Runners advance to second and third. On the play as Cush is now on at second base. Colton Nixon is on at third base. And now coming up there is going to be Lucas Matika for the Blair Bears. He stumps in there from the right-hand side. So Lucas Matika is up there for Blair. First pitch to him is going to be in there for a strike. He's got a batting average of .211 on the season. 8 base hits, 38 trips to the plate, 4 runs scored. He's got 8 RBIs. This guy's got 3 doubles for his extra base hits so far this year. Righty working against the righty on the hill, and Carlos Jimenez. There's a swing and a miss. And now the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Nothing in 2. Owen Mann would be next here for Blair. Standing in the on-deck circle down here on the first base side. 1 man out for Blair. They've got runners on at second and third base, trailing in the ball game by a score of 2-0. Next pitch is a cold third strike. Strikeout number 2 in the ball game now for Carlos Jimenez.
The designated hitter, number 23.
Owen Mann comes up to the plate next. Mann with a batting average of 167 on the season. He'll be a left-handed hitter. 3 base hits and 18 trips to the plate. He scored 6 runs. No RBIs so far this season for Mann. Here comes the pitch by Jimenez. That ball is hit to second base. Delora has got it. He goes over to first, and that's in the end of the inning here. Owen Mann grounds out to second base. So Blair gets a couple of runners into scoring position, but they can't move them across the plate. Inning ends with no runs on no hits, 1 error on Hastings, 2 runners left on base. We're at the bottom of the second inning. The score is Hastings 2, Blair nothing. You're listening to high school baseball on Extreme Sports.
TLC Vet Care is pleased to serve Hastings and the surrounding area. The goal at TLC Vet Care is to provide you and your pets with the best veterinary experience possible. Everything from dentistry to surgery. They can also do x-rays, microchipping, vaccinations, wellness checks, nutritional counseling, behavior management, parasite prevention, spay, and neuter. Let Dr. Tammy Craig and Dr. Catherine Caston take care of your pets. Give them a call at 402-463-2899 or stop in to see them at 512 Eastside Boulevard in Hastings. We are here for you and your pet. TLC Vet Care of Hastings.
5 Points Bank has been proudly serving the Tri-City area for decades, and we are continuously finding ways to make your banking experience easy and enjoyable. We offer the best of both worlds with kind and welcoming employees in the bank while creating a strong online presence to accommodate your busy lifestyle. Our innovative technology adds layers of security while being easily accessible to all age groups. Stop into the Better Bank to learn more today.
This is Patrick Mahomes, and you are listening to Extreme Sports.
All right, back here, Duncan Field and Hastings. The Tigers out on top of Blair here today, 2-0, as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Hastings going to have 8, 9, and 1 in the batting order coming up here. That'll be Ashton Haas, Royer DeLaura, and also Chance Burton in this ball game. Tigers scoring 2 runs on 3 hits and an error in the first inning. So this is going to be Ashton Haas coming to the plate here, and he's hit by a pitch. Drops the bat and heads down to first base. Ashton Haas hit by a pitch here, so the Tigers have their leadoff man on for the second straight inning. Royer DeLaura is coming to the plate next for Hastings. He's got a batting average of .297 on the season. DeLaura's got 11 base hits in 37 trips to the plate, 7 runs scored. 6 RBIs and a double for him so far this season. There's a pitch to him. It's going to be inside, down low. 1 ball, no strikes. DeLaura has got 4 base on balls. He's got 9 strikeouts so far this year. 2-0 Hastings out on top. Tigers looking for their 9th win of the season here this afternoon. The pitch is outside to throw down to first base is close. Ashton Haas got back in there. Good throw there from the catcher for Blair and Andrew Smutney. So the count at the plate, 2 balls and no strikes now to Royer DeLaura, right-handed hitter. Pitch to the plate there is going to be in there for a strike on the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. Nebraska baseball playing a doubleheader today in Lincoln against Northwestern. Nebraska's softball playing a single game today at Bowlin Stadium. Both teams losing yesterday. The baseball team lost to the Cats 9-7. Softball team lost to Indiana 6-2. There's a bunt laid down. Could be a tough one. A throw by the pitcher is going to be wide of the target at first base. Around the bag at third. Coming home is going to be Haas. Scampering over to third base on the play is going to be Royer DeLaura. So he advances from first to third on the air. He lays down the bunt. Run comes in to score. Ashton Haas comes around from first base to score. That makes it now a 3-0 ball game in favor of Hastings High. Another throwing error there on the pitcher, Colton Flynn for Blair, as he tries to field that bunt and throws it wide of the target at first base. Now the throw is going to hit Burton here. And Burton heads down to the bag at first. So Burton is hit by a pitch. Runners around now at first and third base. Isaiah Shaw is going to come up there next. So not a good start here for Blair. 3-0. They've got already 2 errors in this ball game. Tigers have 4 base hits. Isaiah Shaw coming to the plate now. He struck out his first time up there. Shaw with a batting average of .381 on the season. 8 base hits and 21 trips to the plate. He has driven home 3 runs so far this year. He's got a double. So he steps in there from the left-hand side. The pitch to him is going to be inside for a ball. Running down to, now Chance Burton is going to, he was trying to get a throw there, and nobody was going to believe him, so he just takes off for second base and gets a stolen base. He was looking for a throw from either the catcher or maybe the pitcher to try to sneak one home from a third base. There's the ball hit by, nope, it's going to be grabbed at second base, but no throw. Nice job by McMurray at second base to keep that one in the infield, but he had no chance at getting Isaiah Shaw at first base. So Shaw is going to get an RBI single as he drives home Royer DeLaura from third base. And now it's a 4-0 ball game. The Tigers have the lead here over Blair. Burton moves from second to third in the play. Shaw is on at first base. Here comes Brody Dreher to the plate next. He had a single his first time up there and scored a run in the first inning. Pitch is going to be outside. A good stop there again by Smutney behind the plate. Colton Flynn is your pitcher for Blair. Smutney is your catcher. Tikas is your first baseman, Murray at second. Leggett is at shortstop, and Matika is over here at third base for Blair. There goes the runner at first base again. The throw down to third base is going to be by the third baseman, Matika, into left field. Burton is going to come home, and the Tigers now lead by a score of 5-0. So the runner took off at first base. That was Isaiah Shaw. Instead, Smutney tried to go down to third base to catch Burton off guard down there. Instead, he throws it wide of the target. An error chalked up there on the catcher as Burton is going to come home. That makes the score now 5-0 in favor of the Tigers. This is Dreher at the plate now, the runner on at second base. Pitch is going to be up high for a ball. We are in the second inning of play. 5-0. Hastings has got the lead over Blair. Tigers coming off their fourth place finish in the Eastern Midlands Conference Tournament this week. There's a pitch that's going to be in there for a strike. 3-1 is the count now. The Dreher, he's got a batting average of .275 on the season. Dreher steps out of the batter's box, takes a look at head coach Blake Marquardt down there in the third base coaching box. There's the pitch to the plate, outside for a ball, and a base on ball is given up here. Dreher heads down to the bag at first. Looks like there's some relievers warming up down in the bullpen, and here comes the head man now for Blair, John Roan, as he makes a trip out to the mound here to talk with his pitcher. 5-0 is the score. Hastings has got the lead here in this one. The Tigers have got base runners on at first and second base. So the conversation continues out there. High school baseball here today on Extreme Sports. We're at Duncan Field. 5-0 Hastings with the lead. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Colton Flynn is going to stay out there at least for the time being. Here's Carlos Jimenez at the plate next. He drew a base on balls in the first inning of play.
Carlos Jimenez.
Jimenez a .302 batting average on the season, 13 base hits and 43 trips to the plate. 8 runs scored, 7 RBIs and a double for Carlos Jimenez so far this season. Nobody out for the Tigers here in the second inning. There's an attempted bunt laid down, but he'll be fouled back into the seats. 0-1 to Jimenez. Carlos has got 6 base hits, or rather 6 walks and 6 strikeouts so far this year. Base runners on at first and second base. Blair with the infield in at first base. That's a Chikas. Flynn, your pitcher, wheeling towards second base. Back in there for the Tigers is Isaiah Shaw. Hastings with the runners on at first and second. Here comes Chikas at first base, anticipating bunt, but the pitch is going to be down low for a ball. Carlos now looking at a count here of 1 ball and 1 strike. Adam Rutt would be next, and then Elliot Sidlow. Tigers with 2 runs in the first inning. They've got 3 so far here in inning number 2. Flynn works from the stretch. Here's the next pitch, up high for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. And Blair comes in here, a mark of 4 wins and 12 losses on the season. They went 1-2 in the Eastern Midlands Conference Tournament this week. Next pitch is going to be up high for a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike down to Carlos Jimenez. Hastings is sitting at 8-6. So Colton Flynn looks in for the sign from his catcher, Andrew Smutney. He comes set on the mound. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. It's on the way. High chopper back up to the middle. That's going to get through there for a base hit into center field. Here comes a run to the plate. Runners are going to advance to second and third in the play. Carlos Jimenez, a chopper up the middle there. A high chopper gets through the infield. Jimenez is going to drive home a run here with a double to center field. Dreher heads over to third base on the play. Isaiah Shaw is going to come home here. And the Tigers are on top of this ball game now by a score of 6-0.
Adam Rutt.
Adam Rutt comes up there next. So Adam Rutt comes to the plate. He reached on a single in the first inning. Rutt back up here in inning number 2. Pitch to him is going to be outside for a ball. Dom Monte comes in to run at second base for Jimenez. This is Adam Rutt at the plate. A .312 batting average on the season for Rutt. Pitch to him is going to be outside and down low. He's out on the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Rutt has got 10 base hits and 32 trips to the plate so far this year. He's got 7 RBIs. 3 doubles as he pops that ball over the head of the second baseman into right field. The run is going to come in to score. Adam Rutt gets an RBI single here. So the bats have come alive for the Tigers here in this one. Brody Dreher comes in to score from third base. That makes it now a 7-0 ball game in favor of the Tigers. Rutt is on at first base. Monte, he's on at third base now. Elliot Sidlow is going to come to the plate next. Still nobody out here for the Tigers in the second inning, leading by a score of 7-0. There's a pitch that's going to be inside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Hastings already with 7 base hits in this ball game. And Blair has committed 3 errors to help us along here. Tigers have a 7 spot up here in the second inning. There's the next pitch. It's going to be down low for a ball, and it gets away momentarily from the catcher, Smutney. And by the time he locates the ball, Adam Rutt is down there at second base. So Rutt moves from first to second. The Tigers have runners on at second and third now here in the second inning of play. There's a ball that's going to be hit in left center field. That's going to be trouble. It's going to fall. 2 runs are going to score. On the way to second base is Sidlow. He's going to try for 3. In fact, he's going to be waved home. Sidlow is going to come to the plate. Here he comes. The tag is made. He is safe and inside the park home run. Elliot Sidlow with an inside-the-park home run here in the second inning of play. That ball was hit to left center field. Sidlow has got some great speed. He came home being waved home by Blake Marquardt there in the third base coaching box. The throw came in. Head first slide by Sidlow at the plate here. And the throw came in not in time, and the Tigers putting it to Blair here. It's now a 10-0 ball game in the second inning. Still nobody out. So Elliot Sidlow gets the home run here, an inside the park home run here for Elliot Sidlow. That's his first homer of the season. In fact, it's the first home run for the Tigers this season of any kind, outside the park, inside the park. The first home run of the season for the Tigers occurs here in the second inning of this ball game with Elliot Sidlow knocking that one to the wall at 405 feet away and circling the bases on a 3-run shot here in the second inning. So now Clayton Arnold is going to come up to the plate next. He hits that ball a mile high left side of the diamond. Who's going to call for it? Your third baseman. And finally, they get it out here in the second. Matika makes the catch. So 9 guys come to the plate, and they record the first out here. So here comes Ashton Haas back up there for the second time here in the second inning. He was hit by a pitch to start this thing off here. And the pitch is going to be inside for a ball. The Tigers have scored 8 runs. 8 runs here in the second inning, and they still have only 1 out on the board here. The pitch to Ashton Haas is going to be in there for a strike. 1-1 is the count. Next one is going to be hit by the second baseman in the right center field. That's a base hit for Haas. He gets aboard here. Let's do this again, shall we? Here's a Royer Delora back up there. That's going to be the 8th base hit of the ball game. And now we're going to have a pitching change coming up here for Blair, as they're going to make an appearance, a second one here in the second inning. So Blair is going to make a pitching change, trailing in the ball game by a score of 10-0. We'll take a break. We're in the second inning of play. Hastings 10 and Blair nothing. We'll have more after this. You're listening to high school baseball on Extreme Sports.
TLC Vet Care is pleased to serve Hastings and the surrounding area. The goal at TLC Vet Care is to provide you and your pets with the best veterinary experience possible. Everything from dentistry to surgery. They can also do x-rays, microchipping, vaccinations, wellness checks, nutritional counseling, behavior management, parasite prevention, spay, and neuter. Let Dr. Tammy Craig and Dr. Catherine Caston take care of your pets. Give them a call at 402-463-2899 or stop in to see them at 512 Eastside Boulevard in Hastings. We are here for you and your pet. TLC Vet Care of Hastings.
5 Points Bank has been proudly serving the Tri-City area for decades, and we are continuously finding ways to make your banking experience easy and enjoyable. We offer the best of both worlds with kind and welcoming employees in the bank while creating a strong online presence to accommodate your busy lifestyle. Our innovative technology adds layers of security while being easily accessible to all age groups. Stop into the Better Bank to learn more today.
You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
All right, Owen Mann is going to be the pitcher here for the Blair Bears. Mann with no record so far this season. 7.00 is his earned run average. Mann comes up here in the second inning. He's thrown only one inning this year for Blair. He's given up one hit and 2 runs. One of those runs were earned. 1 base on balls and no strikeouts. So it has not seen a whole lot of action. He's going to come to the mound now. Haas is your base runner down there at first. Hastings has scored 8 runs here in the second inning. It's a 10-0 ball game. And Delore is going to take a pitch outside for a ball here. The throw down to first base. They have got him. Ashton Haas is picked off with the base pads at first. So the throw down there for Andrew Smutney. Gets Ashton Haas leading the wrong way there. He's unable to get back to the bag. And he is retired down there at first base. So now there's 2 outs for the Tigers, and the base pads are empty. There's a high fly ball there by Delora out to right field. That's going to be grabbed there. So Mann comes in, throws 2 pitches, records 2 outs, and we're out of the inning here. Second inning is in the books, but the Tigers doing major damage as they score 8 runs in the second inning. We're through 2 here this afternoon at Duncan. The score, it is Hastings 10 and Blair nothing. You're listening to high school baseball on Extreme Sports.
Have you or a loved one been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Hi, I'm Mitch Stellick from Stellick Law Firm in Grand Island, and we specialize in personal injury law. Let Stellick Law Firm assist you in making sure that you and your family are taken care of following a motor vehicle accident. Call us today at 308-675-4035 to schedule your appointment. Let us be your voice.
Beck's is the largest family-owned retail seed company in the United States and is dedicated to the needs and profitability of America's farmers. This is Sustainable Seed Solutions, your local Beck's dealer. Did you know that Beck's is the only company with access to every approved trait in the U.S.? This advantage allows us to remove the bias from sales and focus on what's best for farmers. For more information, call 402-751-0089 or find us at sustainableseedsolutions.com. Beck's would like to wish all area teams the best of luck this season.
You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
All right, back here, Duncan Field and Hastings. We are in the third inning of play, 10-0 is the score. Hastings has got the lead over the Bears. Jimenez comes back out and throws here for the Tigers. This is the number 9 hitter is up here now for the Bears. This is Flynn Spot, the pitcher. This is a man coming to the plate here. Check that. Got a new man out there. McBreen is going to come to the plate. He's looking for his first base hit of the ball game. Aiden McBreen is the guy here at the plate. He comes up there in the number 9 spot, so they make the pitching change. McBreen is going to come out and hit here in inning number 3. There's a bouncing ball towards short. Arnold has got it on a couple of hops over to first, and that retires Breen. Aiden Breen at first base. That's going to bring up Brevin Leggett. He's the shortstop. Reached out an error his first time up there. Nebraska's softball has a 5-1 lead over Indiana. They're in the third inning of play. Nebraska baseball, they are leading Northwestern 8-1. They are in the fifth inning of play. Pitch here to Leggett is going to be outside and gets away from the catcher, Zane Thompson. Hastings College softball not playing today. The Broncos' next game will be on Wednesday at Midland. Hastings College baseball not playing today.
Please return that foul.
Their next games will be next week. Friday and Saturday they'll play at Doane to wrap up their 2025 regular season. Hastings College softball still hoping to qualify for the postseason tournament. Next week will be a big week for the Broncos. Next pitch is outside for a ball. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike to Brevin Leggett. Your shortstop, Nathan Murray, would be next. So far, Blair with no base hits in this ball game. There's a ground ball to Arnold again at shortstop. He gobbles her up, goes over to first base, and records the outs. So a couple of putouts there by your shortstop, Clayton Arnold. Now Nathan Murray is going to come to the plate next.
Nathan Murray.
Murray hit into a double play there in the first inning. 0 for 1 in this ball game. 265 is his batting average on the season. 9 base hits and 34 trips to the plate for Nathan Murray. 6 RBIs. Stumps in there and takes a whack and a swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike here to Murray. He has struck out 10 times so far this year. He's got 4 walks. Behind in the count here, no balls and 1 strike. Next pitch by Jimenez is going to be way outside for a ball. 1-1. Zane Thompson behind the plate with Carlos Jimenez on the mound here for Hastings in this ball game. Carlos from the full windup. Here comes the next pitch. Swung out and missed. 1-2. Ashton Haas at third base today. Clayton Arnold is at shortstop. Royer DeLora is at second base, and Chance Burton is over here at first. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the next pitch there by Jimenez. That one just misses. Out of the outfield, you've got Sidlow out in left field. Brody Dreher is out in center. Isaiah Shaw is out in right field. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch, a breaking pitch. See ya. Called third strike there. Nathan Murray, he goes down. Strikeout number 3 in the ball game for Carlos Jimenez. And the Bears go down in order here in the third inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We move to the bottom of the third inning. The score, it is Hastings 10 and Blair nothing. You're listening to high school baseball on Extreme Sports.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you with the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student-athletes.
Are you ready to tee off on a golfing adventure like no other? Look no further than the Southern Hills Golf Club of Hastings. The course at Southern Hills is a challenging and picturesque course that is perfect for players of all skill levels. The course features well-manicured greens, rolling fairways, and several water hazards that add to the challenge. But that's not all. The Southern Hills Golf Club also offers a kitchen that serves up delicious snacks and meals, a bar to quench your thirst, a driving range, and a practice green. Book your tee times at southernhillshastings.com or call 402-463-8006.
You're locked in to Extreme Sports.
Olivares now hits a line drive to deep left field. Ward is back to the wall. Granny time!
There's Doncic wheeling inside in traffic and got it to go. Call it the foul. The home of 24/7 sports talk. Nothing but pure sports action.
Back here at Duncan Field, 10-0 is the score. Hastings High has got the lead over Blair. The Tigers scoring 8 runs the last time they were up to the plate. We're in the bottom of the third inning right now. So Hastings High got the top of the order up here as well. Chance Burton is at the plate. He's got a single and he's been hit by a pitch so far today. A pitch comes inside for a ball. 3-0 is the countdown to Chance. Burton with a batting average of .265 so far this season. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball, and he kind of shoves the bat away back toward the third base dugout. Burton gets the board on another free pass. Isaiah Shaw is coming to the plate next. Shaw has got a strikeout. He's got an RBI single and has scored a run so far in this ball game. Shaw with a batting average of .381 on the season. Next game for the Tigers is going to be on Monday. Grand Island going to be in town to take on Hastings Monday afternoon, 4:30 starting time here at Duncan. We'll have the game here on Extreme Sports beginning at 4:15. There's the ball hit back up to the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Isaiah Shaw gets his second hit of the ball game. Burton heads down to second base on the play. Shaw is on at first base. That's going to be hit number 11 already in the ball game for the Tigers. Here comes Brody Dreher up to the plate next. Dreher had a single in the first inning and scored. He walked in the second inning and scored. So he's 1 for 1, 2 runs scored so far today for Brody Dreher. He pops this baby up. It's going to get out of play. Dreher starts today with a batting average of .275.
For your 50-cent reward.
11 base hits and 40 trips to the plate for Dreher. He's got a triple for his extra base hits. Runners on at first and second base. Tigers leading by a score of 10-0. There go the runners. The pitch is in there for a strike and a throw down to third base, not in time. So a double steal pulled off there by the Tigers. Burton heads down to the bag at third. Isaiah Shaw is on at second base. So they move into scoring position now. Dreher has a count of no balls and 2 strikes here at the plate with nobody out. Pitch by Mann is a nice breaking pitch there. A swing and a miss and a strikeout. Dreher goes down, strikeout number 1 in the ball game now for Owen Mann. He's on in relief of the starter, Colton Flynn, here this afternoon. Carlos Jimenez is going to come to the plate next. Jimenez had a double the last time up there in the second inning. A run-scoring double. He's also a walk, so he's been on base both times. Jimenez comes up there, right-handed hitter. Pitch by Mann is going to be in there for a strike. Jimenez with a .302 batting average on the season. 13 base hits and 43 trips to the plate, 8 runs scored, 7 RBIs. Jimenez now with the 2 doubles on the season. Hits that ball to the right side. That's going to get through there in the right field for a base hit. A run is going to score as the throw comes in, and now it's an 11-0 ball game as Carlos Jimenez gets an RBI single here in his third inning of play.
Courtesy runner for Tigers, number 6, Dom Monte.
Dom Monte is going to come out and run now at first base for the Tigers. Here comes Adam Rutt coming up there next. So Burton scores to make it an 11-0 ball game. Shaw moves over to third base on the play. Now Dom Monte running for Carlos Jimenez is over across the diamond at first. Adam Rutt comes up there next. He had an RBI single the last time up there. The runner's going to go at first base. The throw down there, not in time. Coming home is going to be Isaiah Shaw. Now they got the runner tied up between second and third base, and they tag out the runner at second. So Shaw is going to come home. Monte, he got the stolen base, and he kind of overran second base and was kind of halfway in between second and third. He's kind of deciding on whether he was going to take third base as well, but they throw him out on the base paths, but a run does come in to score. That makes it now a 12-0 score. Hastings High is out on top of Blair. So now there's 2 men out, and that one, I think it hits Adam Rutt. It did. So hit batter. Things falling apart here for Blair. Elliot Sidlow comes up there next. 12-0 is the score. So Adam Rutt is hit by a pitch here. He heads down to the bag at first base. Second time this season that Rutt has been beaten by a pitch. Here comes Elliot Sidlow. He's foaming at the mouth. He wants to get back up there. Sidlow had the inside the park home run back there in the second inning of play, a 3-run shot. He swings at that one and swings and misses. 0-2 to Sidlow. Sidlow now with 13 base hits and 51 trips to the plate, including the first home run of the season for the Tigers recorded here today. Next pitch is going to be down low for a ball. Sidlow at .240 batting average on the season. Left-handed hitter. Here's a pitch by Mann. That ball's going to be drilled to right field. That's going to be a base hit. So Sidlow is going to get a single to right field. Runners are on now at first and second base. There's 2 men out for the Tigers.
The shortstop.
Here comes Clayton Arnold up there next. Arnold with a .250 batting average on the season. He's 0 for 2 today. He wants to join the party in the third inning here. He's flown out twice to the third baseman. Arnold steps in there. Here comes the pitch to him. It's going to be in there for a strike. Arnold has got 5 base hits, 20 trips to the plate coming in here. He's got 4 RBIs. He has walked 5 times. He has struck out twice. 0-1 to Clayton Arnold. Next pitch hit on the ground right side. Picked up by the second baseman. He underhands it to first. Murray goes over to McBrenn, and he gets the put out over there. And the inning is over for the Tigers here in the third. Hastings, we played a couple of more runs here in the third inning. 2 runs on 3 base hits. No errors on Blair. And 2 runners left on base. We go to the 4th inning of play. Hastings High has got the lead. Tigers 12, Blair nothing. You're listening to high school baseball on Extreme Sports.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you with the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student athletes.
Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill has been serving Hastings and the surrounding area for more than 25 years, becoming more than just another bar and grill. It's a Hastings institution. Don't miss Wing Night every Wednesday, featuring legendary wings that are crispy, saucy, and downright delicious. Stop back on Thursday for broasted chicken. Fridays, enjoy the prime rib and seafood buffet. Then savor Bullseye's world-famous prime rib on Saturday. On Sundays, indulge in the brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For over a quarter century, Bullseye's has been the go-to spot for good times, great food, and unforgettable memories. Visit Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd and Hastings, right across the street from the water park.
This is Brad Musburger from VSiN. You're listening to Extreme Sports.
All right, back here, Duncan Field in Hastings. It's all Tigers in this one. 12-0 is the score. Hastings has got the lead as Blair will come up here and bat in the fourth inning of play. And Andrew Smutney has just been hit by a pitch there by Carlos Jimenez. So Smutney is going to get aboard here in the hit pitch. Hurt batter, Colton Nixon coming up there next. Nixon reached on an error. Now a courtesy runner going over there for the catcher. Carter Saylor is going to be the guy over there at first base. Saylor will run at first. Blair is still looking for their first base hit of the ball game here off of Carlos Jimenez. We're in the fourth inning of play. Hastings is out hit Blair today 12-0. That's also the score, 12-0. Tigers with the lead. Pitch thrown there by Jimenez is going to be in there for a strike. 0-1. Hastings and Grand Island coming up on Monday. 4:30 starting time here at Duncan Field. We'll have it for you here on Extreme Sports beginning at 4:15. There's a swing and a foul tap. Count no balls and 2 strikes now to Colton Nixon. Tuesday we'll have Adams Central and Centennial here at Duncan Field. Same starting time, 4:30 for the first pitch. 4:15 for the pregame show. So the Tigers on Monday. We'll have the Patriots on Tuesday here on Extreme Sports. Runner at first base, that's Saylor inching away from the bag there. Carlos will look that way and throw one to the plate. There's a ball that's going to be hit down the third baseline, foul territory. Colton Nixon reached on an error in the second inning of play. .258 is batting average on the season. 8 base hits and 31 trips to the plate. 4 runs scored with a couple of doubles, a triple, and a home run so far this season for Nixon. 0-2 here. There's the next pitch down low for a ball and a breaking pitch. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nixon, a sophomore for the Blair Bears. He has struck out 14 times so far this year. He has walked 3 times. Behind in the count here at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Saylor is your base runner down there at first. Pitch to the plate is swung on and missed, and a strikeout. Nixon goes after one there, and he was got fooled there. It's a nice pitch by Carlos Jimenez. Nixon way out in front of that one, and a strikeout by Jimenez. Strikeout number 4 in the ball game for Carlos. Nelson Cush is going to come to the plate next. He reached on a base on balls back there in inning number 2. Cush bats from the left-hand side, and the pitch to him is going to be in there for a strike. Nelson Cush with a batting average of .256 on the season. 10 hits, 39 trips to the plate, 6 RBIs for this guy, no home runs. Saylor is still down there at first base. There's a swing and a miss here. Carlos Jimenez is ahead of the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Cush has struck out 9 times so far this year. He has walked 7 times. 12-0. Hastings has got the lead. Pitched by Jimenez. Up high for a ball. Looked like Cush wanted to pull the trigger. Does not. And the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Saylor on at first base. With 2 men out, or actually 1 man out here in inning number 4. There's the ball that's going to be hit out toward right field. Isaiah Shaw moves to his right, looks up there, grabs the ball, and reports the out. Nelson Cush is going to fly out to right field. That's the second out of the fourth inning. Here comes Hudson Ham to the plate next. Hudson Ham comes to the plate here in the fourth inning. He's the left fielder. Batting average on the season, 182. Ham has got 2 base hits and 11 trips to the plate. So Carlos Jimenez will work from the stretch here. Throws one to the plate. That's going to be down low. Now the ball gets away from Thompson, the catcher, and sliding down to second base is going to be Saylor. Saylor running for the catcher, Andrew Smutney. Now moves into a scoring position. Pass ball there on the catcher, Zane Thompson. Hudson Ham with a count here of 1 ball and no strikes. Blair has got a base runner in scoring position now at second. Next pitch by Carlos Jimenez is going to be up high for a ball. 2-0 is the count. And Hastings High baseball again on Monday. Adams Central baseball on Tuesday. Hastings College softball next Saturday from the Smith Complex as the Broncos wrap up their regular season with a series against Doane University. There's a high fly ball out toward center field, but backing up is going to be your second baseman, Royer DeLaura, and he grabs the ball, and that's the fourth inning here for the Blair Bears. Hudson Ham, he flies out to the second baseman out in shallow center field. Blair has a base runner in scoring position, but they can't do anything with it. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. The score, it is Hastings 12, Blair nothing. You're listening to high school baseball on Extreme Sports.
If you're looking for embroidery work, turn to the experts at Protein Design of Grand Island. They have over 19 years of experience and are locally owned. The staff at Protein Design can create that shirt for your special event with custom screen printing services. Or get some custom embroidery on your clothing, hats, bags, or other accessories. At Protein Design of Grand Island, you can get the uniforms for your high school or college sports teams too. Get a quote by simply going to the website at proteindesign.com or by calling 308-203-4044. There's in-store pickup and delivery available. Protein Design, 2716 Old Fair Road in Grand Island. When it comes to helping you protect what's important to you, you can trust the licensed independent insurance agents at Klein Insurance of Hastings. No matter what type of insurance you need, from auto to home to farm and crop, Klein Insurance will get it covered. They'll help you find the right policy for your specific situation. Klein Insurance has been in business since 1959 and is locally owned. Same-day quotes are available. At Klein Insurance, you'll get years of expertise, attention to detail, and exceptional customer service. Klein Insurance, 710 South Burlington in Hastings. Call 402-463-1256.
Keep it here on Extreme Sports.
Hits it to right field. Brennan is back. He's at the wall, and we are tied.
Your all-access pass to nonstop sports talk and live play-by-play coverage.
You guys are the #1 sports station because you make the phones light up.
Mike Well back here at Duncan Field. The Tigers in the bottom of the fourth inning. Ashton Haas is being by a pitch again. Second time today, he's been hit by a pitch. Now here comes Royer DeLaura to the plate. Bottom of the fourth inning, 12-0 is the score. Hastings has got the lead here over the Bears of Blair. DeLaura so far today has reached on an error. He's flown out to right field. Here's a pitch that's going to be down low. The ball gets away from the catcher. Back to the backstop, and taking off will be Haas as he heads down to the bag at second base. So Mann has only thrown 1 inning when he came on in relief in the last inning. So a little used pitcher here for Blair after their starter Colton Flynn. He gave up 8 runs in the second inning of play. Final numbers on Flynn, he goes 1 1/3 innings. Today he gives up 10 runs and 9 hits with 2 walks and a strikeout. Hastings leading here at 12-0. Both Nebraska teams rolling along. Nebraska baseball leading Northwestern today 11-3. Nebraska softball leading Indiana 11-1. There's a big swing and a miss there by Royer DeLaura. And the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out for the Tigers here in the 4th. Hastings looking for their 9th win of the season here this afternoon. After finishing 4th this week in the Eastern Midlands Conference Tournament. As the ball is going to be fouled back to the screen. The count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hastings beating Elkhorn North on Tuesday, losing to Bennington 12-3 on Thursday, and then losing to Norris on Friday by the score of 4-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Next pitch is swung on and missed, and Royer DeLaura strikes out. Strikeout number 1 in the ball game now for Owen Mann. Coming up there next is going to be Chance Burton.
Number 17, Chance Burton.
Burton has got a single today. He's been hit by a pitch. He has walked. He has scored 3 runs. 12-0. Hastings with the lead. Burton will come to the plate next for the Tigers. Left-handed hitter. He hits that ball to the left side. That's going to sneak through there for a base hit into left field. Stop sign comes up by head coach Blake Marquardt down there in the third base box. So the runner, Ashton Haas, he probably could have scored easily there for the Tigers. But the coach will hold him at third base. Burton is going to be robbed of an RBI. So coming up to the plate next for Hastings, Peyton Drake. So Drake is going to come to the plate here. He's going to bat in the 4th inning. Drake still looking for his first base hit of the season. He's 0 for 1 at the plate. He's going to come up here and bat. He takes a strike. Drake, he threw 5 innings yesterday. Through 5 innings, gave up 2 hits, 4 runs, 5 walks, and 3 strikeouts in that ball game against Norris. As the ball hit the third, they go to second for 1 over to first base. That's not in time. A run comes in to score. Ashton Haas, he comes in to score. It's now a 13-0 ball game. They catch Burton down there at second base. And Drake is going to get aboard at first on the fielder's choice. So now Brody Dreer will come up there next. 13-0. Hastings High has got the lead here. And a pitch to Brody Dreer is going to be in there for a strike. He struck out the last time he was up there in the 3rd inning. He had a single in the 1st, and he reached on a base on balls in the 2nd. Oh, this is Dom Monte now coming to the plate. So Blake getting some new guys up here with a comfortable lead. Dom Monte comes to the plate. He's going to pop this one up behind the plate, and it's going to be mishandled here by the catcher. He had it in his glove, and it goes rolling out of there as he got to the third base dugouts. So Dom Monte is now at the plate here for the Tigers. Monte, batting average of 133 on the season. 2 base hits, 15 trips to the plate. Monte has got 7 base on balls. He's got 6 strikeouts so far this year. Runner is on. That is Drake down there at first base. Monte hits that ball out to left field. He gives it a ride, but it's going to be caught out there by Hudson Ham. And the inning is over as Monte will fly out to left field. But the Tigers, they score 1 run here in the 4th inning of play. 1 run on 1 base hit, no errors. Runner left on base. We go to the 5th inning of play with a score. Hastings 13, Blair nothing. You're listening to high school baseball on Extreme Sports.
If you're looking for auto glass work, call Auto Glass Experts of Hastings. Jeff and Brent have over 60 years of combined experience. They can fix your glass in just about anything from your car or pick up to heavy-duty repairs on your truck or farm equipment, tractors, loaders, graders, or semi-trucks. No other glass repair and replacement business comes close to the high standards of quality and customer service you'll find with the Auto Glass Experts. If you've just got a little ding in your windshield, they offer rock chip repair. Give them a call today at 402-463-0025 or stop in and see them at 405 West J Street in Hastings.
Ridgeline, a local accounting and financial services firm, proudly supports all area high school athletes. There is more than one path toward financial security. We take the time to know you well, to understand your financial situation, your business, your farm, and your personal goals. That's why our work with you is more about personal connections than it is about the numbers. Choosing the right path takes experience, creativity, and guidance you can trust. Come join us and enjoy the view at Ridgeline.
You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Mike Well back here, Duncan Field and Hastings. The Tigers out on top of the Bears. Battle of the Kingdom here. It's 13-0. Hastings High has got the lead, and here comes Carlos Jimenez back out to throw here in the fifth inning. 10-run rule is in effect today, so unless Blair can come up with 4 runs here in the fifth inning, top of the fifth, this one will end early here this afternoon. First pitch by Jimenez is going to miss. The second one is going to be right down the pipe for a strike. This is Lucas Matika at the plate. He's the third baseman. Blair is still looking for their first base hit of the game. They've now been out hit by the Tigers 13-0. There's a ball hit right to second base. Dolores got it. He throws it over to first. That's going to be in time. Lucas Matika is going to ground out to second base. Coming up there next is going to be Owen Mann. Mann started the day as the designated hitter. He's been the pitcher the last inning or so. Mann grounded out in inning number 2. So he's 0 for 1 here today, a left-handed hitter. As Carlos Jimenez winds and delivers, there's a swing and a miss. So we've had an inside the park home run today. First home run of the season for the Tigers. And now Carlos Jimenez is working out a gem here in the ball game. There's not a lot of base hit. We're 2 outs away from maybe entering this thing today. Mann waiting on the next pitch. 1-1 is the count. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mann has a batting average of 167 so far this season. Carlos looking for the sign. He's got it. Winds and delivers. That one is going to be inside for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jimenez has struck out 4. He has walked 1. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. It's outside for a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hastings High has committed 2 errors in the ball game to allow 2 more base runners. Other than that, not a whole lot out of Blair on the base paths here today. They stranded 1. I checked that. They had a double play in the first inning. They had a man on board, but a double play turn. Stranded 2 in the second inning. Stranded 1 in the fourth. That's about it. There's the ball is going to be fouled away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Blair, we told you in the pregame, not a potent team offensively. They had a team batting average of only 197. They've got no hits so far today. 3 balls and 2 strikes here. Next pitch is a call, 3rd strike. And a strikeout there as Owen Mann goes down. Strikeout number 5 in the ball game now for Carlos Jimenez. A nice breaking pitch thrown there by Jimenez. And now coming up there is going to be the first baseman and Aiden McBreen comes to the plate here. Pitch to him is going to be up high for a ball. So McBreen will come to the plate. He's still looking for his first base hit of the season. He is 0 for 8. There's a high fly ball out toward left field, and it's going to be caught out there in left field, and the ball game is over as Elliot Sidlow grabs the ball to complete a 4.5 inning no-hitter here for Carlos Jimenez. McBreen flies out to left field to end the ball game, and the Tigers pick up a big win here this afternoon over Blair, winning by the score of 13-0. So we saw an inside the park home run here by the Tigers in this ball game. And also Carlos Jimenez throws a 4.5 inning no-hitter today as he blanks Blair in this ball game. Final score of 13-0. We'll check the totals after this. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
At Reuter Auction and Realty, we are land brokers and equipment auctioneers. Our company is deeply rooted in agriculture, and we realize that farm and ranch assets are serious business. We're an integrity-based organization which has evolved into over 55 years of service to Nebraska and northern Kansas. Consult with one of our 12 agents today if it's time to sell your family's land and assets. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation at 402-463-8565 or go to reuterauction.com.
Since 1946, Cully Pipe and Steel continues to meet the pipe and steel needs of greater Nebraska and Kansas. Cully Pipe and Steel is a one-stop shop for all of your pipe and steel needs. Cully Pipe and Steel stocks a wide variety of steel and plumbing products, from custom steel products to structural steel, rebar fabrication, steel fabrications, and retail and wholesale plumbing parts and fixtures. Remember Cully Pipe and Steel of Hastings. They're located at 405 West South Street and the plumbing showroom at 300 South Colorado in Hastings.
At Midwest Farm Management, often the most challenging decision to our clients is what to do with a family farm. We've been helping answer this question since the 1970s. Our company is focused on working with tenants that are good stewards of the family farm while offering excellent returns to our owners. Our services include, but are not limited to, detailed financial and field reports, grain marketing, crop insurance, and finding and executing.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
All right, so Hastings High wins it here today, 13-0 over Blair. The Tigers get a 4.5 inning no-hitter today thrown by Carlos Jimenez. They also got a inside the park home run by Elliot Sidlow in this ball game. But the Tigers thumping Blair today, 13-0. Hastings scoring 2 runs in the first inning, 8 runs in the second inning, 2 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. Jimenez, the winning pitcher for Hastings. He goes the 5 innings, gives up no hits with a walk and 5 strikeouts. Losing pitcher will be Colton Flynn, the starter for Blair. He goes just an inning and a third. Today he gives up 9 hits and 10 runs, 2 walks and 1 strikeout. Hastings hammering out 13 base hits in the ball game. Chance Burton had 2 hits. Isaiah Shaw had 2 hits and an RBI. Brody Dreher had a base hit today. Carlos Jimenez had 2 hits and 2 RBIs to go along with his no-hitter. Adam Rutt had a couple of base hits for Hastings today with 2 RBIs. Elliot Sidlow with 2 hits, a home run, 3 RBIs. Ashton Haas had a base hit as well. Royer Delora also had a base hit for the Tigers. Hastings now 9-6 on the season. Tigers will play Grand Island on Monday. Back here at Duncan Field, 4:30 starting time. 4:15 for the pregame show here on Extreme Sports. Meanwhile, the Bears, they dropped to 4 wins and 13 losses on the season. Get the final score in this one. Hastings knocks off Blair by a score of 13-0. I'll wrap things up from Duncan Field. I'm Mike Will, wishing you a very pleasant good afternoon from Hastings.
You have been listening to an exclusive presentation by Extreme Sports. If you missed portions of today's game, you can download our podcast on x-streamsports.com.